brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaughan, Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And when I watch him play, all I think about is the word improvement. Every season in the league, he finds a way to get better and has become just as dynamic with his arm as he has with his legs. 41 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions in 2024. His big goal now, getting his team to a Super Bowl. Plenty of success during the regular season. Now they want to win in playoff time.
25 yards that time.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46.
Get on! 180! Get on!
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. 45 yards for Derrick Henry. And the Ravens go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. To throw, Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Throwing is Williams. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. This sack there by Roquan Smith. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
What is up?
Looking to throw is Williams. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To the air, Williams. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
How about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some 3 receivers. That time, the defense won.
A 50-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Hill shedding the tackle. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
61 yards rushing for it as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Henry with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
After the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker try on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And this guy can be everywhere. Kyle Hamilton getting there to drop it for a loss. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Williams looking to do it himself. That was a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Chicago.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
What is up?
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 37-yard line.
Here's Williams. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
To throw, it's Williams. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from the defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. Broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Santos' kick is up and through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurtled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. 130 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Get on! 180! One shot! Get on!
They keep it with Henry on first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Shut up!
A first down carry for Henry. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
180! 180! Shut up!
They'll run it again with Henry. That is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. On his loop for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So that drive, 4 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
And now the rookie's free. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
And the Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Back at his own 49.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 11 now. Back to throw. Williams. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Looking to throw. Williams. Under pressure, they got him again. Travis Jones drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to...
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. 1 play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Bears 6.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. But the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Williams looking to do it himself. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And pass complete to Moore. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And the Bears first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Santos on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Throwing out left and finding Likely. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Luke now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. looking to put a drive together. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The third down now, those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to... And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Mike Green. And they're to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Wester on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
They'll
start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 and enemy territory. 195 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now the first carry for their fullback. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
180. Ready, shot.
Again, it's Ricard, the fullback. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Ready, shot. 180.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And running with power here. There he goes again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 38 yards. And the Ravens have got it on cruise control. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they looked out of sorts all game long. That is definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
On his loop for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Roquan Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Williams now from the gun on 3rd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Batting that one away in coverage, that was Kyle Hamilton.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now on 4th down on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 16. A good head down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Ravens offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Isaiah Likely, 67 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from going up by 40.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Bears 9. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bears now ready to take over again. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Here's 2nd and 8. Pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Bears on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A pass complete to Adunze. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. They'll look to set up his blockers. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The home team's offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
That's caught. It's Flowers. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. Jackson now. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
And we all like to see so bring yourself over here, girl, and let me see you get low. If you want this, do it now. Take it to the floor. What if you want to act? You can keep yourself where you at.
Jackson and the rest of the offense staying put. They will go for it on 4th.
180.
They'll run for it with Henry.
Missed.
This will not go down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, 28 yards. And the Ravens continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. So it's a high 5 for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game as he draws ever nearer to potentially making a run at an NFL record. Luke now for the extra point. And this this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Ravens 56.
That time a 6-play drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Williams. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already put all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. It still won't go down. He may go. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that now 6 rushing touchdowns for him, and that ties him with Alvin Kamara, who on Christmas Day of 2020 also went for 6 touchdowns. And this is quickly turning into one of the great individual performances in NFL history. Luke for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do this thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Pass it up.
2nd and 13. Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got the connection to Moore. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Trenton Simpson, he just flew in there to drop it.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. And he's got this down to the 35. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ballgame.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.